Oops. Yeah, thank you. We're now recording. Calling the meeting to order at 1:02. And I'll read the announcement if I can find it. This is Mickey Rowland, Chair of the Historic Structures Advisory Board. Permit me to confirm that all members and persons anticipated on the agenda are present and can hear me. Members, when I call your names, to respond in the affirmative. Lucy?
Yes.
Brooke?
Yes.
And Angus, are you on?
I'm here.
Great. And staff, when I call your name, Holly, are you participating?
I'm here if you need me, present.
Okay, thank you. And no anticipated speakers. This open meeting of HSAB is being conducted remotely pursuant to Chapter 20 of the Acts of 2021. For this meeting, HSAB is convening by video conference via Zoom app as posted on the town's website, identifying how the public may join in. Participants may find information on the conduct of this meeting at that location. Please note this meeting is being recorded and each vote taken will be conducted by a roll call vote. All right, so let's start. I'm gonna just adopt the agenda unanimously approved, and no minutes to approve. So we're gonna go right into the first one, which is, oops, now I gotta share my screen. Share my screen. Share. Okay, got that?
Yes.
Okay. So this is number 9 Union Street. They're asking for covered storage and fence. No one's here representing it. The architectural drawings. Here is what we would see from the street. And to me, it looks like this is just a vertical corner post and a sloped slab of a roof structure. Completely open, nothing, no sidewalls. Anybody have any comments about that one?
Well, it's the fencing too. Mickey, it's really hard to see this with the Land Rover parked in the driveway.
Yeah.
I personally would feel more comfortable going down and having being able to look at it. I don't understand those drawings up. If you back up.
Yeah.
I don't understand that.
I think, Lucy, this is basically just showing essentially corner boards with no walls. So it's really just an open structure. Right here, you're looking at the fence. Is it existing fence or are they adding a fence?
It's adding a fence. If you looked at the existing east elevation and then look at the proposed, it's a fence there too.
Okay, I got it. You're right. And they are in the application applying for storage, roof, and new fence. Yep. All right. So to me, this has a weird feel to it. This sort of just kind of sloped roof with nothing below it. I'd be inclined personally to ask for at least on the side facing the road, a solid wall. Anybody else have any thoughts on that one?
Well, it looks choppy to me. I agree with you on that. And I would feel more comfortable looking at it. I don't see anywhere on here that there is that fence natural to weather.
If you look at page number 8, there's a photograph looking down from the wall, and at the bottom left corner, you can see the stair and the existing painted fence that matches the color of the trim and the wall that this is proposed for. And so that so there is a wall, there is a fence. It looks like maybe the fence gets taller when it's replaced. But I agree there. I think that there should be some sort of a cladding on at least the side, if not the face of this as well. Otherwise, it's just, yeah, it's just kind of a open skeletal.
Yeah, I mean, they've done it here. They put a wall facing the street. I think they could do it on the other one too. Not sure what the purpose of this is.
I think that one's, if you look at all the photos, I believe that there's an AC unit in there, which I would much rather see the structure than the AC unit.
Yeah.
But the area where this proposed structure, whatever you want to call it, is that flat or is there steps there?
It's
There's
flat.
steps.
It is flat.
Yeah.
If you look at it from picture on page 9, it shows it does step up.
Yeah, and that's a stone. Maybe.
Well, that's the stone path, but there's a retaining wall there.
Yeah. All right, so
So can I throw something in here?
Yeah, go ahead, Brooke.
All right. So I think I agree it's awkward. It's just a weird thing in a weird place. If you go to the rear of the structure, picture number 6,
Mhm.
there's a perfect spot for it to the right of that door.
Spot to do it somewhere else, you mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Good idea.
All right, well, how about if we just say, we'd prefer to see a solid wall facing the street or move the shed to the back of the building.
Yeah. Let's call it a lean-to, open lean-to,
Yeah,
because I think shed gives it too much credit.
right. All right.
In that photo number on page number 9, it's hard to tell whether that retaining wall is in somewhere in the middle of that wall that this is proposed to go on, or whether that's all the way at the back end of the wall. But it would be weird for this structure to be split level.
Yeah. Oh, you mean, are you talking about back here?
Yeah.
What's this? I think it's completely within this area, don't you?
Yeah, that's how I read it, underneath those windows.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to tell if that wall, that retaining wall comes and
No,
goes.
it's right to the edge.
I
Okay.
think it's at the end.
Yeah,
Blind McLeod?
I think the suggestion to put it in the back's a good one.
Yeah. But are you okay with also saying just put a solid wall in the front if they're willing to do that?
I don't think it's going to help it. I think it just looks weird.
Yeah, I say in the back.
It creates an opaque situation on a driveway that has heretofore been open.
And do we want to see more of this stuff popping up all over town?
Yeah, I think it can
Right.
go around back, and I think that should be our recommendation.
Okay. Just worried that the HTC might not care as much and allow it to be open unless we qualify that a little bit.
All right, well, let's think of some language then.
Prefer to move it to the back.
Open lean-to encroaches significantly into view corridor on a historic home. Not proportions don't relate to the main house. And then you will have 2 stepped or two open lean-to type structures right next to each other. Prefer to see this around back.
And next time, put a date on the application for the house.
Yeah.
I think this thing got remodeled.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it got total gut job. I looked it up.
Yes, they have.
It's not even.
No, there's a circular staircase.
Okay. I got some notes. I'll figure something out and you can comment how that came out later. Should we move on?
Yes.
So this is, okay, 15 Broad is next on our agenda. Kadeem, if you can hear me, can you explain if, should we even look at this or are we just gonna skip over it? Holly, somebody?
Yes, my understanding is this is not to be reviewed, that HDC is actually not going to review it. It's non-structural, so.
Okay. Has anybody seen those whale bones in place?
Yes,
How do they look?
terrible because they're painted white.
Really?
Yeah,
Painted whalebone?
they're painted.
Sounds like a structural looking thing to me.
I think they're waiting for Christmas lights.
Huh. Yeah, I saw a glimpse of a picture in Daybreak or something, and it did look a little odd in front of that building, but I guess we're not going to review that one. So the next one on the agenda is 12 Barnabas Lane.
Hi, Mickey. Sorry,
Yes.
was there something that we're missing? Sorry, I know you had sent the 2 applications, 41 and 11, I believe.
Yes.
Esmeralda is currently working on those, so she'll have them before you guys are done with the other applications.
Oh, great. Thanks, Kadeem.
You're welcome.
Good. All right, so this is 12 Barnabas. And it's a color change. So they want to repaint the clapboard Nantucket gray and leave the trim white and remove the roof walk. Anybody besides me think it's the shutters are going to look odd with the Nantucket gray background?
Are they black? What are they?
I think they're like a chrome green or maybe a Essex green. I can't really tell. They have a kind of a greenish look to them.
Yeah, if they're green, I agree with you.
Yeah.
I don't know, doesn't bother me.
So, you know, this, I think, this is the previous application on Union Street. That's Nantucket gray or pretty close, right?
That's cobblestone.
Yeah.
Nantucket gray is kind of a greenish.
A little more green. Okay. Well, probably even worse. So I think, I mean, I don't mind the painting the clapboard Nantucket gray. I think something has to happen with the shutters though. Like maybe, what, black?
I would just leave it the way it is.
Well, so, I mean, colors, I don't know. When it comes to colors, I feel like we've got bigger fish to fry than dealing with this kind of stuff. If they were talking about hot pink, yeah, maybe we'd have something to say. But I think that if someone wants to go Nantucket gray with dark green shutters and white trim, it's like, well, it'll look fine. I mean, if you go down to 10 Union Street, there's a property there. It used to be on, I think it's like 17 or something like that, where there was a pool, an indoor pool there.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
like 3 different colors or 4 different colors
Yeah.
on that trim. And is it my cup of tea? No. But it's kind of cool. It stands on its own. We know the building. So something like that's a lot less subdued than that, I think is perfectly appropriate. I actually have more of an issue with removing the roof walk because I feel it helps break up the ridge line.
Yeah.
But
Well, I'm not going to complain about removing the roof walk.
Yeah.
I guess, what do you think about this one?
The proposed gray seems too dark with the rest of the color scheme there, but I agree with Brooke. It's, it's not our cup of tea. I don't, is there much of a history of it? Is there a precedent? Yeah, it would be great to see some examples.
Yeah,
I mean, they must have been inspired by something.
maybe. All right, so I'm going to say Nantucket gray seems too dark for current shutter color.
Would like more contrast.
Yeah, prefer more contrast. Or a lighter gray, or we would like to see color samples. Show samples of combinations.
Well, I think the gray is awfully dark when you've got such a formal door.
Yes, what is this piece going to end up? What is that going to be gray, or is that going to stay white?
That's,
I'd
White.
imagine that would stay white.
yeah, they're just talking about the clapboard.
Yeah.
You know, maybe it should be Quaker gray. I mean, that's a light enough gray.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, how about we just recommend Quaker gray?
yeah.
All right. All right. Yeah, let's move on.
I'd like to point out that even though this is a new building, there's no date on the application.
Yeah. No
Nanny,
surprise.
nanny.
Yep, 2 out of 2 so far.
Okay. Next is 8 Federal
No
Street.
concerns.
I didn't even look at this one yet. What is it? Just a changing?
There's 2 windows that are Brosco.
Are the existing windows Brosco? I saw the window survey and it said Boston sash. So
Well, look
But-
at the sill.
Yeah.
That's a
rescan.
1 inch. That's about as cheap as you can get.
so it's probably Brosco.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll get a fatter sill in the replacement.
Should we at least ask them for the window survey? There's not much information here.
I think there it is.
Replacing with same. Hang on.
Yeah, we can ask for a sill that's more with more historically accurate proportions.
Uh,
I like that.
Sure.
For benefit of you all, just want to let you know that this was actually submitted to staff as a like kind of replacement. And as you know, anything in the old historic districts require commission review. And this is a contributing structure built after the Great Fire. So obviously that suggestion that Brooke just said is helpful. So thank you.
Good.
Yeah, I mean, if it goes into consent, you could just condition that the approval on a sill that has an 1 3/4 face and sill horns and 1 inch sill horns.
All right. I'll write that in. 1 3/4 inch face and
Yeah.
1 inch sill horns.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are flush sill horns. Yeah, we can do better than that. Good. All right. Good with that one.
Yes.
Next, 10 Brant Point Road, door and window change. I haven't looked at this one yet. Looks like it's pretty far back there.
It's closer to Walsh Street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we talking about balconies now or door and windows?
I think we're talking about the balcony.
It says door and window change.
It does. All right.
What, didn't it say something about a deck?
Yeah, new
Oh, there
second
it is. Sorry.
level deck, door and window change,
Right.
rail, first level deck.
Sorry.
Okay. So. That's,
So we just had one of these second story, sort of free floating balconies out for Wisconsin Advisory Board just reviewed. And I thought that they were just discouraged in general, but specifically when they're really within view, but they seem to be sprouting up everywhere. This, I think, is like impossible to see. I'm not sure how much you can see from Wall Street, but certainly from North Beach, it looks like an obstructed view.
I would agree.
On the site plan, which end is the,
I'm guessing it's over here because there's a driveway. It's right over a garage door. So it must
oh,
be-
okay. Oh, that's even more obscured.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you go to the locus, it seems like it points right into the back of 50 Walsh, which is a rather large structure, and 48 as well. So, I mean, maybe you could look back through
I
at a
doubt it.
very oblique angle and see it.
You know, it wouldn't even bother me if you could see it. I don't really mind this kind of a thing in Brant Point.
Yeah, I agree. It's a
Yeah,
little
there's a
bit,
certain amount of funk that if you do catch a view of it, it kind of works.
Yeah.
I think it's a little bit deep though. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe knock a foot off of the depth.
Well, how deep is it? It looks like 5 feet. Maybe it could be 4 feet.
I think it's 6.
Um,
I can, hang on, let me calibrate my drawing and I'll get back to you.
Does this tell us? Yeah.
Oh, it should be in the application, the dimensions.
All right.
Oh, yeah, it says 12 by 6.
12 by 6. Should we just ask them to knock it down to 5?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, but prefer 5 feet. Fine.
Otherwise, no concerns.
Good. Next. And that's gonna be, we don't have 3 Lincoln, or did we get that yet?
We do not have 3 Lincoln at the moment.
Okay, thanks.
Hopefully we can have it by the end of the meeting. If not, it's one that we can possibly just have them hold. I'll have to just get back to the office and see, but I do know that Esmeralda is working on the others, like I said.
Yeah, I think I got something from her, which I'll look at soon.
Oh, awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. So we're gonna go down to 46 Easton, lift and new foundation. So interesting. North. So this faces Easton on the north side. Those, I guess, are just panels. With brick.
I had a couple of concerns with this one, is that the existing foundation wall appears to be brick with parging or paint. I'm not sure.
Rubble.
Is it?
Yeah.
The rubble?
Yeah.
But it's a full foundation, and I can understand in that zone that it might make more sense to have breakaway panels, between piers. But the combination of the change of the material and the amount of the height difference, 2'8" or whatever, it seems too much of a change of to the proportions of the base to the upper part. And I'm just wondering, can that be mitigated? First of all, since it's a 1760 structure, is it something that can be, does it have to meet current codes? Does it have to go up that high? And if it does it make sense to bring grade up to mitigate the difference? Not the whole difference, but just some of it.
So does it have to be up that high? I don't know what.
I'm familiar with this.
Go ahead.
Because I was doing some work for a prior person who was interested in buying this. This is right on the beach. It is definitely, you can't touch the dirt down there. You can't raise the grade. You can't lower the grade. You can't do anything because of Conservation Commission stuff.
Yeah.
And the pier, like the foundation, if you look to the right of one of those photos, like looking at the front, it's rubble at grade, but it is brick above it. So I think now we're going to get into the opinion end of things, but this building, I think, was up at Cliff Road, and it's, I think you meant 1860 as opposed to 1760, because I don't think the Quakers were doing mansard roofs.
Excuse me.
Just saying, Angus, just saying.
Good catch.
Yep. So the other thing too is that with this building and with a lot of the older buildings, I mean, I feel like even if they're raised up, if it helps to save the building, then I don't mind if they are not in proportion with their foundation. Because if they don't get raised, then you've got issues with potential storm damage down the road. So I think this is great compared to what I went through and the kinds of things that were being discussed. This is infinitely better.
So on the application, it says 1760, the original date, but
So they're wrong.
the
Yeah.
Um,
Go ahead, Lucy.
this is probably in the wettest area down there because the marsh to the harbor floods right through there. If they were going to use brick, it would be nice because of the age of the building, that if they could use reclaimed or something that looked reclaimed, so it wouldn't be so like shiny new. I mean, that's my favorite building on Easton Street.
Yeah.
And compared to what else is going to be going on down there in the near future. But if something could be done so that it's not blatantly new foundation. And those panels, I mean, if there's, I'm not sure what the treatment is. That natural to weather?
That's a good question. What is going on with the brick and the panels in terms of colors? Brick natural with white panels. Ooh.
No.
Yeah.
I would say gray or natural.
I'd say natural.
Panels, natural.
Yeah, natural to weather.
and I do agree with you, Brooke, about preservation of this
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
contributing structure.
What the last photograph does show that above grade, that the different materials that were used for.
Yeah,
See
there's
the
3
brick
different
panel.
infills.
Yeah.
Does the panels, a framed panel, feel right within these brick piers?
It seems like it should be like almost slatted.
Yeah,
you know,
more
separate.
more of an open board, at least the appearance of an open board.
Hmm.
Well, isn't that what you're supposed to do so that the water can run right through?
Well, yeah, they're supposed to have, well, either breakaway or flow through breakaway panels. They don't need this much, but
Just for the benefit of you all, and of course, I'll be letting the commission know that this structure needs to comply with the Resilient Nantucket Design Guidelines. And yes, those guidelines do ask for lattice or vertical panels between the brick piers.
But I
okay.
think what Mickey's getting at is that vertical board needs to have spacing in between it.
And
Is that correct?
yeah, the framing to me is it's just sort of an odd. Not sure I've seen that before.
I
Oh,
would
you
be
mean
asking
having
how
like a-
is
like a
the
picture
water
frame?
getting through would be my question.
Yeah,
Well, they're gonna need it for ventilation anyway.
well, they show them sort of raised off the ground. I would prefer to see just plain spaced boards. I think that's more of a common treatment, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yep.
or the lattice trellis.
Yeah. Okay, so prefer spaced boards or open lattice.
And also, I think what's getting you, and I'm gonna make an assumption here, and that is that it looks like there's trim around the outside edge.
Yeah,
And I think that is problematic visually.
I do
think
too.
That the casing around the panel needs to go away. 'Cause
Yes,
that's not how it looks on any other building.
I can't picture any other situation that looks like this. with a
I
frame.
can,
What's that?
I can, modern developments along the coast. It's,
Okay.
yeah.
Not here though.
Okay, so remove trim surround and have vertical boards with spacing or use trellis.
Yep.
I think if they were painted white, it would look kind of weird underneath that porch too.
I agree.
Yes.
Absolutely.
What are we
Yeah.
saying about color? Are we gonna say painted gray or just leave it natural?
Natural.
Natural,
I'm okay with either.
Either or, yeah.
preferably natural.
Either natural or gray.
What are the railings gonna be? Is that all gonna be white?
They're probably gonna be white. I think they asked for white. Something,
I think it's all white right now anyway.
and that's fine.
Well, if that's better, if it's all white and the paneling underneath is natural to weather or gray, then the white will detract from the focus on the panels.
Okay. Good with that one?
Yep.
Next is 26 Westchester.
Railing.
Here we go. Railing. Oh yeah, this is I couldn't get this to load on my browser, but I did download. I gotta go to a different file now.
I can share.
I couldn't see it either.
Yeah, I downloaded it and I got it to come up on the. It's the same one.
So this is looking to replace the modern vertical balusters with the cross.
The cross.
Yeah, basically, I can describe it because I'm actually not getting it at the moment.
Want me to share?
It's the were you able to download it, Brooke?
Yeah, well, I can just share my screen.
And you can see the railing.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
all right.
Oh, I gotta stop.
Oh,
Okay, go ahead.
It's funny, unless you zoom in on it, it doesn't show up, but when you zoom, it does. It's weird.
I think it's a very intense graphic. There we go. It's basically taking the front stoop and taking the vertical balusters and turning it into a crossbuck.
yeah, this is what is there, right there.
Yeah,
And this is what they want to do.
I'm fine with this.
Yeah, and this guy's even got a hat on it, so that makes it historic. I'm good with that.
And there are no AC units either.
Not in the NHA photo.
Right.
Since the hat's there, I agree. That's historic.
We'll give it to him because of the hat.
All right, we good?
We're good, thanks. 3 Fair, did we get that one yet? Let me see if this is showing.
I think you do have 3 Fair Street. 3 Lincoln will be on its way. I just called Steve Thoreau. He is sending that now. And Esmeralda did email you and myself, Mickey, 2 other applications.
Yes, I see the other ones here now. I don't see 3 Lincoln.
3 Fair Street.
I mean,
Let me contact Esmeralda. If you can move on to another one for now, that'd be great.
I've
Good.
got 3 Fair Street.
I have 3 Fair.
I'll share
okay,
it again.
perfect. Thank you.
Where was it? Okay. Oh, I got 3 fair. I'm sorry. It's the wrong one.
Alright.
Just a second. Here it is. Share.
All right, you want me to stop?
Oh, are you on it?
I was able to share it because you said you didn't have the screen.
Okay, that's fine.
All right. So it looks like, let's see, let's zoom back to there's Fair Street, 3 Fair Street. Where is this?
So almost at the corner of Main and Fair.
Oh, it's the big Gambrel.
It's the big, yeah,
All right.
it's a new building.
Yeah, it's from the 90s, I think,
Yeah.
early 90s.
Yeah.
That's one with a dance studio.
Right.
Yeah, it's got a dance studio in the basement.
And it's to the side.
Yeah, and it's
do they
it's not really visible at all from the street because of the elevation.
Deck and hardscape. Is there an elevation of this?
No, I think
So this is, you're going up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 12 risers, 13 risers. Can you see that photo?
Yes.
So there's just no way that's visible.
I kind of agree.
I wish they would do something about the landscaping in front.
Why? I love all that green.
No concerns?
None.
Okay. Thanks, Brooke.
You're welcome, Mickey.
4 Harbor Square.
You want me to do this one or?
No, I need to get back on, figure this one out. I'm
Okay.
getting close. Okay, do you see that? But that's Fair Street. Let's try this one. Here we
Wow,
go.
this is taking a while to load.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a big one.
Oh, Andrews. Yeah.
Yeah. We've looked at this building already, right? Or is
Yeah,
this
it's
a
the
different-
straight, it's the fish house,
fish market.
fish market.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Forget what we asked them to do, but
I think to make those windows larger.
So
You're
it looks
right.
like there was proposed and previously approved. So we're looking at revisions.
previously approved. Okay, got it. So they're putting in a panel for a sign, I imagine. Removing a shed. It's in the back of the building.
Oh, so they're moving a little shed off of the south side.
Yeah. This,
And they're adding screening for some mechanicals.
yeah, what is, yeah, that's not there now. So they're building these vertical board fences around the exhaust fans.
Yeah, it's been done before.
I know.
Isn't that kind of what's above the old Five and Dime or whatever it is now, Vineyard Vines?
Yeah, it's like a roof walk-esque,
That looks more like a roof walk that you can see through, but
but that hides a huge skylight.
yeah. Wow, this is a lot though. And you really stare at this building from the High Line as you come in, don't you?
Yep.
Right, but not the gable ends. That
But you'll see this stuff, right? And
if you're looking at the north elevation,
yeah,
that's what you see from the High Line.
yeah. So you're gonna see, you know, you're up pretty high. You're gonna see all this fencing.
That's a pretty visible angle. That's why they want to put a sign there.
Right.
Well, it used to have a lobster,
Yeah.
Nantucket Lobster sign there
Yeah.
at some point when,
I don't mind the sign. I'm just a little nervous about all of this board. That's a lot of boards. Proposed screening.
Maybe it can be reduced just because of the angle. You know, if it came down a foot or two, that you would, because of the angle, you would only catch, you know, a little bit of the top rather than it being the full height of
right,
the mechanicals.
right. Like, so you're down, you come down a foot and because you're down low, you're only going to see the mechanicals from the boat, from the top deck of the
Right.
boat.
Yeah.
Yeah, fine with that.
But I think the height of the boarding as proposed is awkwardly high.
Yeah. All right. So where's the?
Look at the historic photograph.
Where is it?
It's farther down. It's taken from the water. I think, let's see.
This one, Lucy?
No, farther down.
Yeah, I don't have farther down.
I think it's up.
Shows the church.
Right, next one up, right
There we
there
go.
to the left.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the restaurant, and then this is, well, you're looking at a cottage in front of it, but here's the gable of that roof. All right, so what are we saying here? Try to keep the fence lower.
Yeah, I'm okay with a reduction of a foot.
Reduce height of boards by 1 foot. Upward viewing angle will hopefully still block the equipment.
Well, it's not as though these restaurant hoods and vents and AC stuff isn't visually available throughout the downtown. So even if a little bit of it stuck up,
Yeah.
it wouldn't be unfamiliar. So I think there's a balance between the awkwardness of just, you know, free floating boards and mostly covering what's being seen there. So there's a screening that's getting removed too on the south side, right? That lattice work in the middle picture.
See that?
Here. Yeah. That's some other equipment screening, I think. That's not visible here.
And the floor plan, it mentions that as being removed.
Is this it down here at the bottom? This unit that's probably screened somehow now, or was? I don't know. Well, you know, there is a cottage right here next to it.
Oh, poor people.
Yeah, yeah. So it may not be quite as visible. Like, you know, the High Line is the biggest visibility on this thing.
And the tavern, but most people drinking at the tavern aren't going to care.
Well, you won't see it from the tavern. It's on the other side of the building, right?
Yeah.
It's on both sides.
Is it?
Yeah, I think
I
it
think
splits the gable, I think.
it's north and west.
Yeah, there's the
Oh, it's
east
over
side.
here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the east side faces the tavern.
you're right. That's a big one.
Yeah.
You'll see that one.
Mickey, can you go back to the south view?
South,
Yeah.
west, south, east. Oh, no, we're south. You're south.
Interesting. Looking at the south, I would have thought that to the right of that south elevation would be south. This looks more west, but
West, I agree. I would have called this west. But where's this? It's confusing. Is there a site plan?
Yeah, that would be west
I think so too.
because east faces the High Line.
Yeah. It's wrong. That's west and south.
All right, so
So-
south faces, so real true south faces the tavern,
Yeah.
labeled south faces tavern. Or labeled east. Blah, blah.
But anyway, it's gonna be kind of visible from the tavern. The gazebo, that square.
Yeah.
But it looks like on the roof proposed plan, I mean, it doesn't look like very much equipment is in the larger area.
You know, what if they build more of like a roof walk looking structure rather than all this stuff to the side? Actually build a roof walk and put it on top of the roof walk. Or
One thing that would really help is if you look at the roof plan and you look at that air supply unit, if that could scoot closer to the exhaust. I wonder if there are regulations about that, but the further away it gets from that south exposure to the whole courtyard gazebo area,
Yeah.
I think it would reduce its impact.
Yeah, or
So-
you could just box out each of them.
I mean, could they all be combined? I mean, I know ventilating is challenging. These exhaust ducts.
Well, what about just, one surround for each ventilation smoke unit, so it's not a big wall.
How about if we just say, would prefer to see them, the structure more resemble a roof walk? Should we try to go in that direction?
Well, is this an appropriate structure for a roof walk?
Not really, but it's gonna be better than this. I mean, this just doesn't resemble anything.
Well, what about just a chimney? Could we fake a chimney?
A 12 by 12 chimney, I see it
Well,
all.
on a couple, on like one of them, or fine.
That's, it's all that with those mushroom cap tops
Yeah.
and stuff, those are awkward.
I think ideally that they would be consolidated and go to the northwest corner, just sort of far away from everything. But if they could go where the two units are, on the backside of the highest roof, that would be ideal. So you don't even get this view in what they're calling east, but is south.
Well, we all agree something has to be done.
Yeah, this isn't going. this
Can we
isn't-
please see this back?
Oh, yeah, good point. What about the comment about trying to get it to look more like a roof walk? Kind of like the 5 and dime. I mean, that's not an appropriate structure either, but it hides stuff.
Well, it's worth seeing what it looks like.
Yeah, all right, I'm just gonna say, consider creating a roof walk type structure to conceal it. Instead. All right. I'll
And
work on
reference
it.
5 and dime.
Yeah. 5, 10. Good. Okay. We done here?
Yep.
All right, so the next one is 11 India. I do have that one. Stop sharing. All right, let's-
Hey, Mickey,
Yes,
I do believe that Steve Thoreau is also here. So if you wanted to do 3 Lincoln, that might be beneficial just to get them, done and over with, and then you could move on.
do I have 3 Lincoln?
You do.
I do.
Esmeralda,
Yep.
yes.
Got it. Okay, that's fine. Steve, you ready? Looks ready.
Right, Mickey, go ahead.
All right, I've got to
Ready?
go on my screen. Hang on one sec. Share. Yep. Okay. Here we go.
This is 2 parts, everyone. This is a studio addition on top of the existing garage that's there.
So wait a minute, this is 3 Lincoln Ave.
You're looking at, yep.
And where is, I need a site plan to reference where this is. Where are we? Oops. Cobblestone.
And where Grant and Cobblestone come together.
Got it. Yep, I know the building. Okay, so this is a garage halfway down the Cobblestone Hill. All right, so
Site plan here too, guys. Don,
what's that, Steve?
site plan here. So if you scroll down a little more,
Okay.
more. I marked it up.
Oh, got it.
Oh,
Is that what we're looking at?
right there's a garage structure right there.
Where's the garage, Steve?
Right here, yeah.
Is it attached garage?
No, it's in the upper left. You gotta, I think you have to scroll back. Stop. Move your cursor up. Move it north, stop right there.
Yeah.
No, totally in the
Oh,
other direction.
That's not it? Okay.
No, that's not it.
That's the
All
guess.
the way. Go to the photos. If you go to the photos, I'll point it out to you. Maybe you-
Steve, why don't you just share the screen instead of Mickey sharing screen?
Sure.
I don't know how to, and that's why.
right.
Okay, never mind.
I'll find it.
So there it is, right there.
So it is attached.
It's attached. So the garage is attached now, and we're putting a little second floor on top of that. So the plate height's at a minimum, the finished ceiling, dormer, is at a minimum as far as the height goes. Code minimums on that.
Which direction? This says proposed east.
Correct.
So that's facing the
Towards the
Cobblestone
abutter's
Road?
property. That's towards the abutter's property.
I want to see where east is. Where's east? This is east?
No, that's north.
Okay, so this
That's
is
east.
this
correct.
is east. Got it.
Yep.
Okay. East, kind of south, but east. And that's the front.
We're just taking that existing garage roof, raising it up a little bit to put some living space over the garage.
This is what we're going to see mostly from the road.
Yes. Now, if we go to photos,
Photos. Over. Okay.
go down if you would, there's the south. So there's the addition over the garage. If we go back right there, where it says addition over garage.
Got it. This piece is the garage.
Keep going. There's some photographs of the abutters. That's the second area where the second addition's going.
Okay.
That's 7 Lincoln Ave up on the street,
That's
Both
next
is-
door.
full 2 stories. Okay, scroll down again, please.
Yeah.
That's the neighbor right next door. Same similar dormer on the street face at Lincoln Ave. 2 Lincoln Ave,
Yeah.
right on the street. I don't think we're doing anything different that's not already there by adding that small space over the garage.
So the garage, this is the side of the garage. The door is faced to the side.
Correct.
So this is one addition. Where's the other one?
Down further, go to the middle. You go to the, right there, up top here, red circle.
Yeah.
That's on the east elevation, but it's maybe 90 feet from the road. That's behind the garage.
Yeah. Got it. Yeah.
extends out beyond the face of that addition. Street level,
So here's the new gable that you're building, right?
right, 90 feet back or so, correct.
This new gable you can see popping up above the garage. Right here. So Steve, how visible is this from Lincoln Grant Street or wherever's right in front?
You're not gonna see it from Grant Street because it's treed.
Yeah.
You've got the neighbor's garage. If we go back to the site, go back to a plan, the neighbor's garage obscures the whole thing. Here it is here. Here
This
you can-
garage, yeah.
That garage obscures the whole view of the further back addition. There's
So this,
There's some planting along the street face right there.
so we'll see over this hedge, there's a hedge here or something, we'll see over the hedge and see that shed dormer that,
Well, correct, yep,
we'll see that much.
yep.
Anybody have any concerns with this?
No. I don't.
Yeah,
My only concern is there's a natural progression with additive massing, the stepping down and stepping down.
yeah.
As soon as it pops back up again, it makes the bridging piece like one of those modern breezeways that I think is generally discouraged. So that would be my main concern.
Yeah. If it wasn't so,
I guess, yeah, I can't do anything about that because they
Yeah.
do need additional headroom on the second floor of that middle addition for grandkids' bedrooms. Family's gotten quite large over the years. I understand your point, though. Thank you.
yeah. Brooke, any thoughts?
Not really. I mean, I agree with Angus about the progression. And it is still, it's a little odd to have it right on the street. If there was a way to, maybe create a salt box where you're looking at more roof than vertical wall, you could probably get the same floor program and maybe even a little bit more. So that's kind of,
I wonder if you even see this connector from the road.
well, you'll see it on the other side from the driveway. Like if you look down the driveway, you'll definitely see.
To look through and see it, yeah.
Yeah.
With the addition too, separate from the garage, it seems pretty high just coming off the ridge height with that reverse gable. There are hips on this house. It might be interesting to look at a hip for that roof instead of a gable. If you look at the lower existing versus the upper proposed, how much more vertical that feels with that gable.
You're talking about on this side, Angus, over here?
I am.
Yeah.
And maybe, if program, has to be added, maybe it can be added next to the house rather than out of the garage.
The program is for 2 spaces, one for over the garage and one for the house. But I can certainly explore hip Angus on that roof. That's not an issue.
But what I'm thinking is instead of putting it over the garage, do whatever you're doing with the addition with the gable, but then whatever that program is, the garage, if you could move it over above those French doors instead, so that there's continues to be that sort of sequencing of the step down. In
I
fact, it might even be-
can ask my client about that, sure.
It might even be more, it might even help in that addition, sort of stepping that down as well.
Yeah. And it looks like you'll get more floor space too.
So I'm just going to comment, consider shifting new second floor space to over the connector for a more traditional telescoping of roof lines. Does that sound good enough?
Looks like.
Yep.
Thanks, guys. Have a nice afternoon.
All right, thanks,
Thanks,
Steve.
Dave.
Thanks, Steve.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so I have 11 India right here. So I'm going to do that. 11 India. Porch and Fenestration. Meredith. 11 India. This is the Roberts house. What are they doing? Stair down here. This is going down to that side terrace that they got approved. Is that correct? This is facing India south. So they're putting in a door in the stoop. Got it. Looks fairly
Can
simple.
I see a site plan?
Yeah, India. This is that patio that we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
And just looks okay.
Yeah, I'm okay with this. It's
Anybody have
pretty
any
basic.
concerns?
Yes. When you look at the south elevation, the most dominant doorway has the side stair. You know, you don't approach it straight on, but you approach it by the side. And having this straight on access to the back, even though it is stepped back, feels like it's really pulling, whereas if it got turned and sort of went along the wall, I think it would work
So
better.
you leave the door, but turn the stair 90 degrees.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that works in the program, if the double windows in the door could get switched or I don't know, but the stair coming straight out towards the street from the door.
Well, you could go to a landing and turn,
Mhm.
and I think that would be a more graceful entry anyway.
I agree with Angus.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. It is way back in there, kind of through this space, but I hear what you're saying. So, where are we? 11 India. Try to rotate stair to be parallel to building. Okay, does that sound good?
Thank you.
Sure. All right, that was it, I think. Demolish existing porch. What's there now?
Is there a photograph of it?
Let's do something.
Well, it shows that there was a window there that must have been previously approved because it has a designation of A on it.
Yeah.
So that must have been previously approved, and now they're taking that window out.
Look at that.
Oh, and there's a door there.
That's cool.
I'd rather
Oh,
see
that is-
something like that versus a 9 light.
You looking here?
No, over to the right.
Over.
Yeah, that's a door.
Is it the same way? Or is that a bit? Is this building? Or is this? Where's the new door? Is it going here or over here?
To the right there.
Okay. Yeah. That looks more like a floor panel.
Yeah. And I'd rather see something like that, even if it had glass
And
in
a
it.
9 light.
Yeah, than the
Yeah.
9 light. That 9
You're
light
right.
is pretty ghetto for
Prefer
this house.
4 panel with lights.
Yeah.
Instead of a 9 light.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think it would be, like it would maybe suggest like what might have happened during a Victorian moment for one of the owners.
Wait a minute. This says demolish existing porch, replace door with window. So that's what's
What's going
existing.
on?
Yeah, let's back up a little bit. What did we miss? Okay, so this is proposed. All right. Didn't read that much. So taking away the door and the steps and putting in a window.
Ooh,
Any con-
we
any
hit that one
concerns?
out of the park.
No concerns.
That's a lot easier.
Uh,
All right, no concerns.
5 minutes of my life I can't get back.
Sorry. All right, so where are we now?
How about 6 North Beach Street?
Yeah, did we do 41B Cliff Road? No. Do we
Yeah,
have
you've
it?
not done 41B Cliff.
And I want to see.
And there's 4 Dolphin Court.
Find 41B.
Guys, quickly, I might not stay on much longer, but are we good if our next meeting, is 2 weeks from today, as long as we are able to get everything on, everything that we can get on the agenda for you guys to review?
So we'll skip next Monday, but do it 2 weeks from Monday.
Most likely, unless for some reason, like we're feeling so good and we're ahead and you guys are able to do it on Monday, like I would post the agenda and ask you guys. And then if for whatever reason you can't, then we'll just, continue it to the following Monday.
All right. So
I would say we plan on 2 weeks, but you never know what'll happen. Could be a
Right.
week.
Maybe a week. So today's the 15th.
That's the Monday after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, we're proposing to meet Monday after Thanksgiving, but not the Monday before. So the 29th.
Correct.
Yeah,
All right.
and maybe
Well-
if we have to, we'll meet next Monday, but maybe probably not.
Yeah, I would like to not, but we'll just kind of see. Today was a new business deadline. I don't know how crazy it was yet. I'm not in the office right now. Once I get back there, we'll kind of see how it is, and we'll see what Esmeralda feels like she can handle, and we'll see what I can kind of handle, and we'll go from there.
That sounds good to me.
All right. Thank you guys very much. I might hang on a little bit longer, but
All right.
don't be surprised if I exit.
All right, thanks, Kadeem.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Kadeem.
guys.
All right, so I got to share. This one. All right. Linda Williams. Revisions to cabana shed. Enclosed porch equipment shed, addition outdoor shower. This is 41B. This is that one that we've just been working on. It's the old one right up on the road. You know which house we're on here?
Yeah,
Mhm.
The long thing. All right, so anybody see yours? Pool. Proposed pool equipment room. Oh, good. See if I can. And pool equipment room. So far, I don't see anything awful.
I'm really liking the idea of a room for the equipment rather than it's being up
Outdoor.
in the neighbor's house.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks pretty simple. Is that all we're looking at here? Let me go back to the application. Revisions to cabana shed, enclosed pool equipment shed, addition outdoor shower. I'm fine. Anybody have any concerns with this?
No,
Nope.
no,
So 40 would be no concerns. Now we're going down to 6 North Beach. Sorry, which screen it's on. That's not it. Bear with me, I'm looking for the right screen. Here we go. Cool. All right, so Windows 6/1, 6 light fixed. Woodwright, Anderson Woodwright. Where are we? North Beach. That's Is that Anderson territory?
There's Anderson's there, I think.
Yeah.
Manillaville.
Right, actually, those might be, I think those are Brosco's, because those are brown aluminum storms.
What about this area, Brooke? Do we put Anderson's down there?
I think it's borderline.
They're 1/1s.
Yeah,
Oh, but what is she proposing?
she's proposing 6/1s. And the Woodwright window, I know that there's something different about them. Let me, I think that there's something more appealing about them.
Is it just the interior though? Well, the outside is going to be vinyl.
Yeah, but the outside has a certain look that's less offensive, I think.
Talking about all these windows,
Yeah,
the whole house. Change all windows from 1/1 to 6/1. Terratone to black sash. I'd rather not see black sash. Remove chimney. Why remove the chimney? Oh, that's a shame. I think we need to keep that chimney, don't we?
yeah. I mean, it's not a historic house.
It's true.
They can do whatever the heck they want with it. But so I found a picture of a Woodwright that I can snip the screen and screen share.
All right, I'll stop.
Hang on a second. I got to do a couple of operations here, though.
Okay. I'm guessing it's going to be the same thing for the next 2 applications.
Yeah. Almost, guys, almost. All right. So hang on a second here. So it looks like it's similar to their regular unit, but that jamb looks a lot narrower than normal.
You think?
Yeah, and it's got like this it's got a bit of relief, a little bit of topography on the sash that isn't there on the 400 series, on the regular 400 series. Which I don't know.
Well, these will be SDL, so there will be a exterior mounted.
Yeah, well, I'm just talking about right here.
Yeah, I know.
You see that? And then
Yeah.
there's the same kind of thing here.
Yeah, I don't know if that's good or bad.
But yeah, exactly. I I don't really mind this. And it's so borderline. You're like, I know that there are buildings on Wall Street that have Andersons next to buildings that have true divided lights, next to buildings that have wood insulated glass. And this, even though it's not right there, it's so borderline.
Yeah,
So my concern is switching the color is that the Terratone sort of, as best, a stock color can go with natural trim that turns. If it goes black, how's that going to be with the natural trim?
yeah, I'm not really in favor of this black sash.
Yeah. I'd rather have sand tone or Terratone.
Not black.
Yeah, when it's the same color as the trim, it kind of works out, but this projected jam that comes out doesn't work unless it's matching the trim.
And I'm okay with the chimney removal.
I really don't ever like to see chimneys removed, but it's kind of awkward. It's not at the end and it's not in the middle. It's kind of a funky
And it is a new building.
location anyway.
All right, so I guess we're okay with it. We just don't like the color.
Yeah. Let's just say we prefer sand tone or Terratone to black.
Okay.
You're changing the color of the door too,
What are we doing there?
Quaker gray.
That's okay.
Yeah. And they're going to a wood roof, which is nice.
Yeah.
Quaker gray door. Yep. Black. All right. So let's look at the next one. This is 8. I'm guessing it's all the same, right? Black, Quaker gray. Oh, they're similar buildings, aren't they?
Yeah.
Right. Same thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. And then here is 4 Dolphin Court. This is back inside behind those other 2. Ooh. What is that? Is that white? Yeah. Is it? Is that painted white?
Yes.
Wow, it looks like white clapboard with natural trim.
Wow. What do they want to do here? Change windows from 12/1 to 6/1. Change windows from white to black. Remove chimney, replace asphalt roof with wood. So I guess they're leaving the clapboard as is.
Yeah. Which in that case, I'd be okay with black sash as long
Yeah.
as, yep,
Yeah, actually the Terratone probably wouldn't work real well with white
no.
cover.
And the door's being changed again to Quaker gray.
Quaker, okay. So we're sort of like no concerns on this one.
I'm not concerned.
Angus?
No, I think everything's good. I'm still a little concerned about that projection, or will it be inset of the trim?
The Anderson thing?
Yeah, the black trim around the window or the jamb and head and sill.
It's gonna look like the sash. I mean, it's pretty thin. And they're gonna have it, they're gonna use these old casings. What are they gonna do here? Take the whole window out and recase with new casings?
Yeah, they'll recase it. The Andersons are flange mounted,
Yep,
so they're gonna rip it all
Right.
out and then they're gonna screw the windows to the wall, and then they're gonna just case around it.
And they're gonna use white trim, I assume, for these white casings.
I would think so.
Yeah, I would think so.
Oh, except for, it says natural to weather there, but
For natural weather.
I think it should clarify that window trim is
Window trim, probably,
on front.
and we probably want it white on front.
Yeah,
Okay. Everywhere else it's okay, but that's the other, yeah, this is it too. So now we're gonna have, now we're gonna have black sash with, brown natural weather casings.
but you can't see that part.
Yeah, can't really see much of this to begin with.
Yeah, I mean, you'd see the left elevation and somewhat of the right, but there's a building on the right.
You must see the front, when you look down from North Beach, you must see the front of this a little bit. And a little bit of the side. All right, I think we're good there. Did we get everything?
Yeah, we got 6, 8, and 4, and I think that's it.
I do too, 46. Yeah. Okay, and we didn't have a chance really to talk about the whale bones, but that's not up to us.
Where are those?
Right in front.
Of where?
Um,
The connector piece, right? The
I
new
think
front
they're-
door.
Yeah, I think they're right under going on the whale.
Wait, is it this site right here?
Well, we're talking about the whaling museum, right?
Yeah,
Oh, and where are they gonna go?
they're standing up. Instead of the golden arches, we have the white bones.
Yeah, but what part of the, like, is it?
Right underneath the carving going on the whale.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so what? Whale bones.
It's kind of, the picture I saw was a little unusual, I have to say. I'm gonna see if I can find it.
Was it like a big pelvic bone?
A big what?
Pelvic bone, or was it like a vertebrae?
It's like a rib bones, right? This big arched thing.
Yeah, they're huge.
I don't know. I think that's kind of cool.
I have it
Each to
here.
his own.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's the waterfront. I mean, I'm sure there were whale ribs all over the place back then. We could
Yeah.
shingle it.
Probably not painted though.
These are painted?
Yes,
Oh my God.
they're bright white.
They should be natural to weather.
Yeah,
I can't. I saw it on Nantucket Current or Daybreak.
Probably Daybreak.
Probably Daybreak, I think too. Just
That would be a Bill Farrell thing to do. To post that and wait, let the opinions fall, cascade like rain.
it's not coming up. Anyway. All right, so I think we're good to go. Any other comments? I'm gonna stop. Yes, I did.
Nope.
All right, motion to adjourn
yes,
by Lucy, seconded by Brooke. All those in favor?
Yes.
yes.
Aye, aye.
Brooke is a yes.
Okay. All right, thanks, guys.
All right.
Thank you, everybody. Have a good
soon.
day.
Thank you.
Thanks, Holly.
Thanks, Holly. Thanks.